woo, where I'm weird and we all get a bit woo-woo, okay? It's in the title of the channel. That being said, we're about to do a weekend tarot reading. So if you want to stick around, awesome. If not, have a fabulous day. For those who are sticking around, friendly reminder, you're a sovereign being of your own life. You get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. So my suggestion to you would be not to Cinderella shit to make it fit. Now, you're going to have to pardon me because I have my electrolytes out. For those who don't know, I have been battling and going through mold toxicity and candida overgrowth within my body. And I went through the initial brunt, the 2 weeks of where my brain felt like it was trying to crawl out of my skull. But I have to continue. So you may very well see a major transformation. I have decreased like over the next couple of months because I have massively dropped a lot of inflammation. Now it's time like regulating cortisol because mold will flare that up. For those who know, you know, but it must be here. If you hear it clang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-langin', oh well. If I'm like on it, if I'm drinking, that's what I meant. Look past, okay. All right, so I'm just gonna dive right in, guys. Happy Beltane to those who celebrate that. That was yesterday. Ooh. Now this is a timeless read, in the sense that it's for whatever the next weekend is when you catch this, okay? So, and on that note, just so that you're aware, the weekend can be just, hey, what does Spirit want to tell you this weekend? Like before the weekend starts, what information? It's really just about heading into the weekend. Here's something to ponder, or it can be an event, like a singular event, or information that you're going to need that you don't know for the weekend. Or it could be something pops off, meaning it starts, but it's not like one singular event. And so therefore something's getting initiated. Timing can be important in those respects. So don't try to just pinpoint it to like it happens this weekend and it's done this weekend. That's not really how it rolls. So therefore, thereunto for, let me get all my really smart words out. Okay. I make up words also, just FYI. I feel like we shall see. We shall see if I throw out some pretend words, okay? Just roll with it. So the Archangel Tarot is calling. I don't know if y'all can hear that bird, but that bird, I feel like somebody wants attention. Like, it's obviously muffled. It's out there. It's yapping its yapper. And before we got on, I was hearing the word perceived. But it wasn't something that was necessarily 100% sure it was for this reading. So let me just, because it's coming through again now. So to be perceived and to be seen, two different things, guys. To be seen is to be seen for who and what you are, your true authentic self. To be perceived is contingent and dependent upon another's perception, which could be clouded with stories, illusions, delusions, projections, things like that, okay? So this is like being perceived, and their lens is colored by their own experiences, not necessarily true to either a situation or to who you are. So that might be happening. And the fact that there was a yapping bird outside might mean somebody somewhere might be yapping their mouth and they ain't got a clue. They ain't got a clue. So straightening up. I feel like you might catch wind of it the way that I did that, or I did see the Seven of Cups, and you might be like, what? Like confused about it. Oh my gosh, so they're singing, heard it through the grapevine. Da-na-na-na. There was this toy, these toys, and cartoons. When I was younger, I'm showing my age. Called Raisinets, and they'd be like, heard it through the grapevine. It was really cool. It was really awesome. Loved them. Played with them a lot. They're showing you that. You think there's ways for them to give me a message where they don't have to date me so much? I mean, like, they ain't got to reach that far back into history to be like, she'll get it. We gotta talk on her level. I fucking get shit, Spirit. I get it. I don't need you to be like, oh. Anyways, here we go. Let's get started. Tell us about this weekend. Stuck in my hand. We got the Justice card. So we got stand up for your beliefs. And doing what you know is right. And then we have the Dreamer, which is the full card. Do what's right for you. I feel like stand up for what you know to be true is like stand your ground. There may be an opportunity for you to balance something out, to set a record straight. But I don't think that this is... You hear something through the grapevine, you might be setting the record straight. Let's see. They said put it back. I guess I don't usually take... It was sticking out. Full card, we're looking at like an unexpected opportunity. Okay, I just got like a with in my heart space that like a so they're showing me somebody like rounding a corner, you know, and you so unsuspectingly see like a celebrity crush, and you're like. And you know there's no way that they won't see you. And it's kind of like, shit, I might have done something better with myself if I knew that I was going to be, that's where being perceived. Somebody may have perceived you before. Oh, bitches. I feel like somebody has perceived you before. Like maybe you don't realize this person has seen you. Like you were in a previous room or you were in the hallway and you didn't fucking pay attention. They saw you. You know how like people can have a like an initial judgment? And then you walk into the room and then you see them, you're like, oh shit, now you know that they perceive you. Like there's something about knowing someone's gonna see you. Like the heard it through the grapevine is about to come through in a second. So there's I feel like someone has no clue that someone has been perceived. Like you don't know you've been perceived. Now, again, I will say this. we have talked about this before. The I see you, you see me, right? Like one time it was a person, like a specific person, like a potential love partner or whatever the hell it is. And then another time it was like I see you, you see me, like with the card deck, and it was like it's the moment that there's this undeniable aha. Everything is known. It's almost like that moment is the moment where something is solidified in the here and now, in this reality, right? It's no longer potentiality. It is so. And so, uh, and now they're showing me someone like just go, and that's kind of like the spirit's like, and you're like, oh shit, like I don't know, maybe you've received something. So there's something to that. There's a lot of those fucking like. It's funny that they use that I see you, you see me, to reference a lot of different things. But so they're showing me like walking into a room. You've been perceived. You have been perceived, and maybe upon initial perception, um, either there were things about that initial perception where it's like facts or understandings are omitted because they don't really know you. It's 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 strictly judging a book by its cover, right? Like with whatever is in front of them. So there may be an inaccurate or an incomplete perception of you. And so you know how the mind is. That's where the stories come in. That you know the mind will just kind of like fill in the blanks to make something make sense or to kind of like assess something, right? Like there's always these initial impression. Thank you. I'll struggle for that. And so the person may have an initial impression of you. You've been perceived, and there's going to be an opportunity where it's like, and you're unaware, but there's going to be an opportunity where you become aware because it's undeniable because it's I see you, you see me, and that's where you get to set the record straight. Oh, so this is your unexpected opportunity. Okay, mm-hmm. And that's where you stand your ground and stand up for your beliefs. So somebody has gotten an impression of you without knowing you and has made some assumptions like, okay, well, this must mean this. I just gonna be real. I can still do that from time to time, especially when we're talking about the political spectrum. I'm gonna make some assumptions out the gate. If I see certain bumper stickers, I'm like, nah, no. And my human's okay with it. Like, she don't care. Just saying. So, um, I'm just gonna go on like 99% of the time that shit's accurate. So, okay, there we go. And so you get to set the record straight, and it's like when you do, like I feel like, and I think that they're giving the celebrity scenario because it's kind of like when you encounter this person, it's gonna be like, oh, like oh no, like you. I don't know. I think this is unexpected because they want it to be very unscripted by you. They want them to catch you in your authentic rawness. And in your head, you're probably like, fuck, I would have done this, would have done that, would have blah, blah, blah. Okie dokie. Well, here we are. Great. That's lovely. And they're like, just be in your element. Just be in your fucking element. Just be in your element. Just do your thing. Just be you. Um, do what you know is right. Just be you. Okay. And that's where, and again, that's where making something right. Yeah, you get to make something right. Oof. Okay, so we're gonna do these three. So it's all surrounding the unexpected opportunity. So They're having me, and then the next one that came out is the Four Swords. Bad boy, this bad boy, been coming out and having a different meaning each time. And I'm looking at like, what are you bringing this time? Then we have this. We have two threes flanking the Ten of Pentacles. So something about this is like, I don't. It's not like opportunity of a lifetime, but it may have implications, long-standing implications, long-standing impact. Well, fuck. And of course, they wouldn't want to give you all the opportunity in the world. I promise you, this is the kind of thing, like, they would only let this come out in a message if they're like, you ain't gonna fucking catch it. I don't give a shit what. You won't. You won't. You won't see it coming. You could play it around in your head like a million times, and you could try to like you could try to kind of like plan ahead, and maybe this is the one little like, you know what, we'll give it to you. You're like, I would have dressed this way, or I would have done this. And the fact that I started this out, uh, uh, like, so I got on, I saw myself on the screen, and I was like, look, I didn't say to you, but I was like, look, I took a shower this time. And so, uh, maybe take a shower. And I know that sounds really like, oh my God, who's not taking a shower? Well, some people have to drop kids off and then have to get their exercise in and then have to come back here and do a couple of things like clean. And you don't want to take your shower before you clean. And then you're like, oh my God, I've got to run here and do this because I only have this much time before I go get my kids again. And then you run a quick errand. And then, you're like, I'm going to take a shower when I get back from picking up a kid, okay? And so you get back. And maybe you don't want to wait, okay? Maybe, just maybe, I'm just throwing out a random scenario, you might want to take a shower. That's all we saying, okay? Like, we know you're going to take one because you take one every day. But, okay, anywho. Let's get to this Four Swords. There's something to the allow more time before making a decision. So don't react on impulse. That's what they're saying. Because this is like the pause card. And it even says allow more time before you make a decision. I want to, if you encounter this surprise opportunity, don't back out of it. Don't be like, oh shit, and dodge it because you're like, I'm not ready. This is your only forewarning that you're gonna get. Uh, you might want to breathe before you don't make something pause pause. Don't dart out the door. Don't try to, because then you are absolutely leaving the first impression and saying, leaving, I don't know if there's a decision or if there's something, but because this is something that it has implications, you might want to stop and think for a second, okay? Just pause. Don't act on impulse. Take a deep breath. Don't let yourself start thinking, I gotta do this, I gotta do it. Don't. You need to be yourself. You need to be yourself. When you get in your head, you're not yourself. You don't react the same way. You don't, I heard pop off the same way. And this is not like a pop off. Like, I'm gonna, boy. Like, it's not that kind of pop off. This is the pop off where it's kind of like, your wit, sharp shooter. Like, shit just be coming out that mouth. Your personality doesn't come through then when you overthink something. So you want to overthink, do it in the morning when you're getting ready and doing things like that. Don't do it. Like save it for like, and get it out your system. Okay. We have the Three of Wands. Obviously, something's coming in. Duh. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. This could be a really important link. Okay, so obviously, Three of Pentacles is about public recognition, acknowledgement. I know that we always think of that just being the Six of Wands, but this is where in traditional Rider Waite, he is creating and crafting something for the world to see. Okay. Uh, it is on display for others. People, this is being perceived. This is like perceiving your works, perceiving your behavior. I get the vibe of a lot of energy, like a lot of energies seeing this. You may, you or them may have a public presence. Um, that might be why they're using that celebrity. Again, we lose it. We use it loosely. Okay. But in the beginning, I was like, I also saw, well, my nose is going. That's you're like being perceived. So this person is probably used to being perceived. Whoever this individual is, you're like, oh, dude, I don't know. This could be somebody from your past where you're like, as long as we don't run into so and so, like your high school crush or some shit, right? Okay, recognition for high quality work. This is the recognition that comes after you establish something. But see, it's also after this. And the Ten of Pentacles is like longevity, long term plans, um, long term goals, like a path that would last a long time. Like, and then you have the Three of Pentacles afterwards. Okay, so it may be important to make sure that this person, whoever you encounter, or this situation, that they get the full grasp of who you are. Okay, think, uh, somebody saw, think job interviews. Somebody saw your witty uh, social media page, and it's like unless they heard you saying it, they wouldn't get it, and it's like, so they may be left with a impression that's not 100% accurate of who you are, and so this is kind of like, what I'm saying? Like, there's all kinds of scenarios. Three of Wands, something's coming in. You've been waiting. It says things are looking really good, and it says make long-term plans. I got questions. You're showing me things, and I'm like, and I get questions. Okay, okay. I want golden universal. There may be a level of like pleasure with the Four of Swords because it's like vacation, taking it easy, having a rest. So this may be like a leisurely situation. Something fruitful about whatever this is that's coming towards you or coming in. You may be you may be, there's something about encountering something at the very beginning, like it very well may have financial security. Okay, we're just going to, it's like I'm getting this, And to me, I'm like, oh my God, it's a job. They want me to be like, let's not name it yet. And I'm like, so I don't know how to say it because that's exactly what it feels like to me. Okay, so I'm not going to go there. We're just going to do this. Tell me about the Four of Swords, please. Motherfuckers. 2 cups. All right. It's about bringing two people together. And I think the reason why they bring the 2 cups with the Four of Swords, they're like, wait, pause. It's like a pleasurable situation. This is kind of like getting somebody alone, one-on-one time with somebody, face-to-face time. Under whatever circumstance they had the chance to perceive you, this is a completely different dynamic in which this is why it's like, be yourself. Like, it's almost as if their lens changes a little bit, right? Under whatever circumstance they first perceived you and got a first impression. This one, they can be a little more relaxed, right? This one is definitely a more relaxed, chill situation or setting. And so it's like the perfect time for you to be you. Like maybe the other circumstance was not something where it was like the right time. You could have piqued their interest, but under those circumstances, they couldn't fill in the gaps by just asking you and getting to know you. Their mind had to do it. So there's some level of setting a record straight. And it's almost as if it's like it requires face-to-face or some more of an intimate exchange in a more relaxed, chill circumstance where conversation can actually occur, and where a real match. So under whatever circumstance they perceived you first was not a good arena, they're saying, to kind of like link or yeah, they're saying link up. And so it feels like alignment, like it requires both energies in order to become, and you can't do it if you're putting on a show. Tell me about the Three of Wands. Queen of Swords, your wit. Oof. Yes. Okay. Hold on. That's now, again, Three of Wands is something coming towards you. Queen of Swords can be a bit standoffish the way she presents. Okay, so I don't know if like first set of circumstances and first impression was like something's omitted. Okay, I don't want to, because I get this impression like somebody doesn't know how smart you are, how witty, how intelligent, how your mind works, the way that your mouth works, and I mean that in a sense of like, you know what I'm saying? And it's almost like the way that you communicate, the way that you present yourself, like, so whatever, they couldn't get a full, even if they were interested, even if you perked their interest, it was kind of like insufficient information. And so it wasn't enough to create a link. And there's something about like sealing the deal when you communicate with them. Wow. I just heard it for shizzle my nizzle. What? Shizzle my nizzle. Like, is that somebody? I'm gonna put this back. This is an entire book, and I ain't doing that. The shizzle my nizzle. That's a little. That's dating me again. I'm talking to a millennial. Sorry, guys. I'm talking to a millennial, possibly like young Gen Z, or somebody who was raised by confirmation. Let me make sure that's not my child. I always do this. Okay. Okay. All right. Have you noticed different recording at a different time? This is the second time I've gotten a phone call here recently. In the midst of. All right. So tell me more about the three. Tell me more about the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands. God, what the fuck? I said what I said, bitch. There could have been two other opportunities. I feel like there's this. Oh shit! This person might have perceived you twice. Okay. Well, now I just have paranoia. Like, who the fuck is seeing me, and I'm not seeing them? But whatever it was, like this is the time. This is when the ship docks. This is when the ship lands. The ship comes in. Whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? This is the right opportunity. Damn, this is like a one-on-one. You're not expecting this. This would be like, okay, so now they're bringing me like they might have seen a social media page, right? That's like one aspect of you, right? There's no way you can know a person off of that. I mean, it gives you an inkling. It might perk somebody's interest, but it also leaves a lot to be desired, right? You don't really know unless you're doing nothing but an emotional vlog of your entire fucking life. And even then, still, you don't know enough of people, enough about a person through that shit, right? We know this already. I mean, they're showing me somebody like post something and then somebody commenting and then the original poster commenting back, but it's like you don't think anything of it. So like this, you may have even whoever this is or whatever have it's something that can be perceived. You've done something where they can see what you've done, job wise or other, like you know what I'm saying, or uh, they're showing me somebody that is like leaving a party as somebody's arriving and like somebody like can see how pretty you are or handsome and like you're saying something as you leave so it leaves an impression but it's like but you don't really know like when you think somebody's hot and you're like yeah but they're probably this or they're probably that or da 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 you fill in stories right fill in the blanks because there's these two other times. There's something about this third time. That's when the ships come in. That's when the link happens. This is that's with the link. And you being your witty, communicative, mouthy at times personality, your intelligence, like let it shine. Okay? I feel like when you're in your element, not a problem. Not a problem. So, third time's a charm. I still feel like I am trying to run through the Rolodex of the million people I might have passed over a month, or with friends, and it's like, you're not going to know who this is. But there's something about, meaning, I feel like you would recognize this person. This isn't like a total, because they gave me that celebrity vibe thing. It was like, they're recognizable. You have laid your eyes on them. But if I'm talking right now, you got no fucking clue. And if you have an inkling, you would think it and be like, no, that's not like, no. Right? And then, even if you're like, that's it, like this circumstance that shows up where you're in an intimate setting where you can fucking talk. And they're showing me like a Zoom call also. So I don't know, again, could be a job. See, I don't think it's a fucking job though, because they keep yanking me back from that. So I don't know if you're in a group but it's like a face-to-face, but you don't have to be in the same room. But it's a chance for the two of you to talk and get into a conversation. There's something very important about it. Ten of Pentacles. there may be something long standing with this person. Like this person's meant to, you know what I mean? There's an impression. You need to set the record straight. Okay, let's just keep going because I fucking want to know. I don't know if I want to keep it, so I'm just. Oof, oof. You may have been confused and not certain. I mean, other than who I'm talking about right now, you're still like, what the fuck? But whoever I'm reading for, you would have a inkling. Like you're like, I don't know why this feels like it's for me. I don't get it. A hope and a prayer right there. That's a that it lands with whoever it lands with because you're not giving them much spirit. But we have the Seven of Cups with the Death card. They're like either an illusion, like you may think something's an illusion, or you may think that you don't really know something, or that you're uncertain about something, or you think that you're confused, but that's coming to an end because certainty and clarity is coming in. Like I feel like saying either you're gonna know why it was so important, like there's something in this conversation, like you're gonna feel the link too, or like I also get the term like networking, like a link, like this is like linking up for quite some time. It's gonna make sense. This is why we needed to talk. Or like some clarity on long-term plans. There may have been an element of oh, we're going back to that. The person is the access point. Yeah. Oh, we're referencing that one again. A person may be your access point. That confusion, that misconception, that uncertainty is coming to an end because we have, and it's like rapid for like this is just. I'm also getting damn. There's a lot. Jesus, 37 minutes. I was like, we're gonna do 30 minutes. They're like, okay. So I am like, it's been a hot minute since we've done the face to face people, okay, and so I'm getting used to it again. Um, we knew this was gonna happen. We're gonna have patience. You can pause the fucking video and come back. Take me to the bathroom with you, okay? I know you're gonna be in there for a minute. Um, this is the night. This is the Page of Wands. Bitch, what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the horse is the knight, right? Right? Yeah, the horse is the knight. Page of Wands. Something gets started. Why did I leave that one down? Anywho, something gets. Why do y'all do this to me? Two of Swords, okay? When the Kersploosh happened, and there was like 10 cards, and I was like, no, it's going back. I saw this clear as day. It is there again. I don't know how I left it there. I don't know what I fucking did, but whatever, okay? And then they're like, grab it. I'm like, so there was confusion. This is that spot where you're like, I don't really know for sure about something. And something about this person, it is a person. It's a fucking person, okay? You become very illuminated. You understand. It's like you may have been hesitant because something like you an aspect was missing. Um, I keep hearing, but how? But how? And so it's like the how shows up. So there's been like I feel like you were I don't know if that's right, airdropped. Like spirit was sprinkling seeds on this mf'er, okay, and like passing you in front of them so like they could kind of like, you know what I mean, like get acclimated a little bit. And so third time's a charm, and it's like, dude, we gotta talk. I keep seeing you, or you keep popping up on my feed, or you've commented 3 times on this thing, and like I'm reaching out now because like I got to know. There's something, and it maybe you're with like unexpected linking, and it it puts it squashes some kind of confusion. It puts something to rest, puts something to bed. The how of something, but how? Some level of clarity, and there's this right, this light, this understanding, this it's beyond clarity. Two of Swords, which way? Yes, is it or is it not? Yes or no? Because they're not crossing, so it's not like the truth is somewhere in the middle. It's having to make a choice, a decision, and something about this clarity. There's something about the Page of Wands that makes it feel right, real, or true. Um, I feel like I want to say you sold me on it. I don't know if this is something that spirits like told you before. And the funny thing is, I feel like this is for you too. So, like, this person was like had a wrong impression or whatever else it is. Um, this person gets sold on you, but I feel like you feel sold on something also because clarity comes to you through this intimate conversation, chill, relax circumstance, in a more informal manner. And it's like, I don't know if something sparks inside of you get excited. And you're like, okay, I'm in. I'm in. I don't know what this motherfucker's saying to you. I don't know what the conversation entails. I don't know if there's like some kind of an invitation to something. We do have a Fool here. It is taking a leap of faith. Uh, you know, Four of Wands, shit. That was a slip. Four of Swords can be like a taking a day and going somewhere. It is the trip, the vacation, the getaway card also. So we're going back and forth with these cards. And it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if this person, but something about that sells you. And there's just something about this that has long term implications for you. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. It's not a biscuit eater. I feel like I just want to pop my neck. Does somebody need to crack their neck? Because like I don't know where this is coming from. Guys, the Seven of Swords for me is can talk. It's the Swords too. It's your mental state. It can be lies and illusions. A lot of times it's lies and illusions that you hold yourself, that you hold on to, or that you pick up along the way. But most importantly, this is all about your mental positioning. We talk about perceiving something, right? And how it's based on your lens, and how someone's lens can color, taint, change something about a scenario, situation, or person, just their lens alone. This is positive mental positioning. It is understanding something. It is also being prepared mentally, because in the Seven of Swords, this motherfucker is not trying to be deceitful. He's trying to prepare. You see something's about to pop off. There's an army's camp. You know you're a lone wolf. You know you're whatever. I need to arm myself in any way possible to ensure my success. So and arming yourself is like preparing mentally for success, especially when it's paired with the fucking world card, and I said, this is all about recognition. So there's something that brings a lot of attention to you when you link up with this person in whatever capacity. And you need to be ready for that. Especially if your choice is to go for something and say yes. I just this fucking yes card to something. Whether it's this person, whether it's a collaboration with this person, whether it's working with them, it thrusts you into a position where you are going to be perceived a lot more. Tell me, on that note, if that's the case, I would say the only person you need to be concerned with setting the record straight is this person, so that it's important that they know who you are, that you are your authentic self. If we have randos in the world, because the world card can be just, I mean, the world, globally, but it's also the internet. And they brought some shit in where people are like back and forth on the internet, or like, like feed exchanges or whatever it is. It's like, who gives a shit? And that might be why your sassy ass mouth, okay, is important. Because there's something about somebody who don't give a fuck, who's intelligent, articulate, witty, and like, I hear banter. It's almost like you prove you can handle something, or that you are your own person. You stand in your own ground. So maybe there's something they perceived before where it was like, and of course that can happen on social media, where it's like, I don't know, they may be easily influenced by other people's perceptions or something like that. So there's something about where when you're talking, it's like, oh damn, this person's got their shit together. They're really like, I like this. Okay, so anything you want to talk, and yes, we have the Fool card, which is this is what they want to see. You are your own motherfucking person. If you're trying to put on a mask, if you're trying to like influence how you're like, like you go into it thinking, oh, I'm just gonna be like this, and I'm gonna impress them. They don't want to fucking be impressed. They want to see you. They want to see you standing on your own, independent, confident, secure. This is what they want to see. This is the Nine of Pentacles, by the way, guys. I saw the player. And so it's like there may be a reason to take a leap of faith. What are they? Okay, I just switch really quick. We're almost done, guys. As a thought, there may be something here. I want to know about the Fool card. Like, what happens in this linking up, in this chilled, relaxed, more informal setting. Again, a bit more of an intimate, I don't know, I want to say, I don't know if it's like a smaller venue or something like there's a reason they gave me the room, because it brings me to the Kipper deck, where the family rooms, small enclosed spaces, really close nearby. This could be timing, like it's soon, well, it is the weekend reading, but whatever. And so there's this opportunity to, I don't know, I just feel like chat, to like really have a good exchange. Less people. Do not have that fucking wall up. I think that your brain will like if you think about it and you're just not chillax. I just don't use that word. Definitely a fucking millennial. Um, sorry guys. I mean that's like a 14-year, but this is chillax. Because the Nine of Wands is like walls up and it's a facade. Like, don't have any kind of facade, don't have a wall up. Be your quirky, is what I'm hearing, self. Mm-hmm. I'm the queen for this. Be weird, motherfucker. Be weird. What? Oh, I almost ripped my earring out. That, because we have the Fool with the Nine of Wands. If you want anything to pop off, we have the Seven of Pentacles. It's like it could or it couldn't. It all depends on. And they're not putting emphasis on get into the room and be worried. Am I being authentic? No, just quit fucking worrying. Just I mean, when shit comes to mind, it's okay to say it. When you know what I'm saying? Like, just do it. Just go there. Um, don't have that wall up when this opportunity comes. All right, and the wall gets established somehow by your mind. And I did ask about the Fool card, and they were like, okay, Fool, here we go. Queen of Swords. Come on. Come on. I mean, I even want to be like, look, if you want to challenge this person on something, you want to, look, like, I don't agree with you. And then, like, like, there's something about a very strong, independent personality. And that doesn't mean you're not kind, caring, sensitive, sensual, or any of those other things. But you holding your own and having your own ideas and having your own thoughts and having and being witty and just showing the complexities of your mind and who you are and communicating. They want you communicating. Don't clam the fuck up. Sometimes we clam up and it dampens our personality when we start thinking too much about oh shit, I would have done this. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why. So here's the thing. If you're like if you get ready now, you don't have to worry about it. So I would say from now on, take your damn showers, do your damn hair, do your little thingy, whatever is gonna make you feel like, oh shit, like you want to shrink back, because act as if they're saying. So like if you were to meet your celebrity, you're like, if I'd have known that, I would have done this, this, and this. Act as if already, so that you're ready, so that you're, you know what I'm saying. That's what I would suggest. Act as if. So go into the weekend or even next week like this encounter is going to happen, and just do you. That's what I want to say. Otie dotie. All right, we're gonna leave it there because that was a lot. My mouth got dry. Oh no. Anywho's, I hope this message finds whoever it's meant for. I hope you have a fantastic and fabulous day, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye.